The Little Fox and the Lost Ornament, a Goodnight Grove story. Deep among the pine trees, where the ground lay soft beneath fresh snow and the air smelled of winter pine, lived a little fox named Finn. Finn loved the quiet that came after a snowfall, the kind of hush that made even the forest seem to hold its breath. Each day, Finn padded along the same winding trail, collecting small treasures the forest left behind, a smooth pebble, a curled leaf, a shiny acorn cap. He didn't know why he kept them, only that each one made him feel warm inside, as if a tiny piece of the forest belonged just to him. One cold morning, as the sky began to blush pink, Finn noticed something strange near a fallen log. Something bright peeked out from the snow. It wasn't a stone. It wasn't a pine cone. It wasn't anything Finn had ever seen before. He brushed the snow away with his paw and gasped. It was a small glass ball, red and gold, with a silver hook that caught the morning light and sent a sparkle dancing across the snow. Finn tilted his head. "Well," he whispered, "what are you doing out here?" He picked it up carefully, watching his reflection shimmer across its smooth surface, tiny and curious, nose dusted with frost. The ornament felt important, like it was missing from somewhere. Finn tucked it gently into his scarf. Something this special, he thought, must be missed by someone. Finn followed the snowy trail, his paw prints the only marks in the white stillness. The ornament peeked out from his scarf, catching bits of sunlight as he walked. Soon, he came across Hazel the squirrel, busy stacking pine cones into a neat little tower. "Good morning, Hazel," Finn said softly. "Have you ever seen something like this?" Hazel squinted at the ornament and tapped her chin with a tiny paw. She said. "It's too shiny to be a berry, and too round to be a seed. Maybe it's a winter egg." Finn smiled. "I don't think so," he said, "but it does look a bit like one." Hazel shrugged and tucked a pine cone under her arm. "Well, whatever it is, it's very pretty. I hope you find where it belongs." "I will," Finn promised and continued on his way. A little farther down the path, Finn spotted Ollie the owl perched on a snow-dusted branch. "You're up early, little fox," Ollie hooted. "Most creatures are still dreaming." "I found this," Finn said, lifting the ornament. "I think it belongs to someone, but I don't know who." Ollie leaned closer, his eyes wide. "Ah," he said softly, "that looks like something from beyond the trees, where the houses glow at night." Finn looked toward the far edge of the forest, where thin wisps of chimney smoke drifted into the sky. "Beyond the trees," Finn whispered. "If your heart says go," Ollie said kindly, "then go. Follow the song of the wind. It always knows the way." Finn nodded. He walked on, listening as the wind hummed through the pines, guiding him gently along. Soon the trees began to thin. Through the branches, Finn saw something he had only heard stories about. A small cabin glowing warmly against the snow. Finn stopped at the forest's edge, half hidden behind a snow-covered bush. Inside the cabin, a family stood around a tall tree, hanging decorations that shimmered and shone. Light spilled from the window, warm and golden, and Finn's heart fluttered. Then he noticed it, a bare branch near the middle of the tree, empty as if waiting. Finn's paws tingled. He reached into his scarf and lifted out the ornament. It glowed softly in his fur. Carefully, Finn trotted closer and placed the ornament gently on the wooden porch. For a moment he hesitated. The air smelled of cinnamon and pine. From inside, he heard soft laughter. Then he stepped back. The door opened. A little girl appeared, her cheeks pink from the fire's warmth. She looked down and gasped, "Mom, Dad, look, my ornament!" She held it close to her chest before rushing back inside. Through the frosted window, Finn watched as she hung it on the tree. The lights glowed brighter. The family smiled. For just a moment, the little girl glanced toward the window. Their eyes met. She smiled. Finn smiled back. He turned toward the forest, his tail brushing gentle trails through the snow. The wind hummed softly, singing him home. By the time Finn reached his den, the stars had appeared, tiny sparks scattered across the sky. Finn curled up, resting his head on his paws. He thought of the glowing tree, the girl's smile, and the way the ornament had shone when it found its way home. Finn sighed contentedly and whispered, "Good night." Outside, the snow continued to fall, quiet, soft, and full of light.